Hello, good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you a very important lesson on PPT. I am Dr. S.R. Bhargav, Associate Professor, Department of English. The topic is very relevant because the art of characterization, how the novelist depicts or draws his characters in his life. The characterization in the novel The Guide R.K. holds a unique place among the greatest Indian writers writing in English. So it is clear that R.K. is regarded as one of the greatest artists who created characters from real life. In his novels, Narayan depicts Indian life and sensibility in its pristine glory. Indian life and sensibility. It means the people have their faith, their nativity, their sensitivity for their homesick or home life. He is essentially a writer of middle class characters of Malgudi, a place of his imagination in South India. Malgudi as an imaginary fictional place where middle class characters are presented. This imaginary town is situated in Mysore, South India. He has given a wide gallery of both male and female characters in his writings. Gallery, just as like a gallery in which the paintings are organized, so in his novels both the characters dominate. In each of his novels, there is at least one female character who occupies an important place in the story. The central female character who is obviously the heroine of the novel, who has central place. And Rosie is such a female character in the guide. Rosie is the topmost character in this sense. She represents a modern woman who is educated and ambitious and strives to attain independent economic entity according to her own taste and talent, through she has to pay a heavy price for it. Rosie is modern. She is educated and she has a craze for art of dancing. Although she makes a strenuous struggle for her life, but she has to stoop before the admonishment of Raju, though she leaves him afterwards. The other female characters in the novel are Raju's mother and Velan's sister. Raju's mother represents the conservative and orthodox woman who follow tradition and culture. The mother of Raju is a conventional or traditional lady who follows only the rules of the society. She is a dutiful wife and loving mother. She advises both Raju and Rosie about what is right and what is wrong. But when no heed is paid to her advice, she leaves her home and goes with her brother to live with him. Mother of Raju does not like the life of Raju and Rosie. She decides to leave them and decides to live with her brother. Velan's sister plays a very brief role, but her role is important in making Raju appear as a saint in the novel. This paper is a humble attempt for the picturization. So, Velan's sister shows how Raju became sannyasi. Raju is the protagonist in the novel. He is also a narrator also, whose greatest talent lies in reinventing himself. He makes innovations in his life. He becomes the guide in various fields. With roots in most household in the town of Malgudi in southern India, Raju knows how to make the best of opportunities as evidenced, for instance, in the way that he takes advantage of the railway that is newly constructed in Malgudi to create a career for himself as a tourist guide. Railway plays a very pivotal role, central role in the novel, and this is also presented as a character because Raju's father used to run a stall of tea and Raju helped him. So it was a beginning of the career of Raju in his life. Articulate and persuasive. Raju has no qualms about wishing, twisting facts and even reality to suit his interest, a skill which he deploys relentlessly in his role as host to tourist in Malgudi. Raju knows how to take money from the guide. Although he has knowledge of history of Malgudi, yet he creates his own invention to snatch money from the people. Raju's penchant for duplicity is also evidenced in the affair that he commences. Raju is ambitious. He knows how to make money. Driven by her desire for wealth, Raju's greed is apparent in the way that he exploits Rose's immense talents as a dancer to enrich himself once he again reinvents himself as her manager. Raju is not a satisfied person. He has a thirst, a desire to earn money. However, he exploits his own wife, Rosie, and makes money, and he uses her as a tool. He becomes the manager in her art of dancing. Jealousy and desire for control are the other hallmarks of his character. Although he is talented, but he has jealousy and desire in his nature, which along with his deceitful tendencies ultimately him in prison. He is forced to prison. And yet as low as Raju may go, he seems always able to rise again. In his final reinvention as a holy man or spiritual guide on the river bank near a small village after his release from prison, Raju comes to fulfill the destiny of a guide in the highest sense. After release from the prison, he comes to the bank of the river and becomes a spiritual guide to the people. With Rosie behind the back of her husband, although initially playing the role of Swami so as to exploit the villagers' generosity, Raju ultimately lives up to the villagers' faith in him by risking everything to save them. Although Raju remained a faithful person to Rosie in the beginning, yet he played the role of exploiter of the villagers' generosity. The husband of Rosie, Marco, is a serious, studious, reticent scholar of ancient civilizations whose only passion is for wisdom. Now we come to the third character whose name is Marco. He is husband of Rosie. He is always busy, engaged in his business. He does not pay much attention to Rosie. His research into the site of ancient civilization has turned him into a eternal tourist, as evidenced by the traveler's clothes that he always wears. Arriving in the town of Malgudi on the railway one day to examine cave paintings, Marco hires Raju to show him the sights. At first, Raju comes to him as a guide and he shows first time the railway site. His intensity and carelessness towards everything other than his work is reflected in his neglect of Rosie during their visit to Malgudi. He ignores Rosie much time. Marco's controlling and dominant nature is also reflected in the ban that he imposes on Rosie, forbidding her to pursue the passion for classical dance which she nurtures. He is not in favor of her classical dance. He forbids her to do so. Marco's rigidity and cruelty becomes apparent when, upon discovering that his unhappy and dissatisfied younger wife has commenced on an air with his tourist guide. Marco becomes very rough when he finds that Raju came in her life. He completely ignores her for 3 weeks and then abandons her at the railway station of Malgudi as punishment. He decides to leave her and leaves her at railway station. And Yet, although he leaves his wife, Marco is clearly unable to let her go entirely. As suggested in the communication that he attempts to commence with her why, why his lawyers once she establishes herself as a famous dancer managed by Raju. Though Marco leaves her, yet he has an observation on her. An uneducated traditional woman, Raju's mother is a devoted wife and mother who barely leaves the immediate vicinity of the house that her husband has built in Malgudi. We have some hints from the mother of Raju, who is devoted wife, traditional wife. Although she seems to be a meek, pliant woman, she is in fact a strong-willed. She frequently butts heads with her son, particularly after he ruins the railway show business that her husband had built before his death. When she comes to know that Raju has spoilt the shop of her husband, she hits him on his head. She also rebels against the presence of Rosie in her house when Raju invites her to live with him and his mother. She rebukes Raju for taking Rosie in her room, in her home. Clinging fast to her principles relating to caste and family honor to the last, Raju's mother goes so far as to leave her on with her brother in order to protest her son's disgrace. Raju's mother is a strong-willed woman who protests and ultimately leaves the place where she was living. Velan, a local from the small village of Mangal in southern India, comes across Raju sitting on the banks of the river one day. Now we come to the meeting when Raju meets with Velan. He is a local person from a small village in Mangal, South India, and he meets Raju sitting on the river bank. Velan is trusting, respectful. Upon setting eyes on Raju, he seems to identify something spiritual and immediately puts his faith in him as a holy man. Velan is a very intelligent person. He understands Raju as a spiritual man while sitting on the river bank and considers him as the Swami or a spiritual holy man. It is Velan's faith in Raju that precipitates the latter's transformation into a holy man of renown, as other villagers also begin to put their trust in his powers. Even the villagers who have come to trust with Velan, who understood Raju as a holy person. Velan's trust is such that even after Raju confesses to him his life of deceit, trickery, his faith remains unshaken. And it is this act of trust that motivates Raju to genuinely try to help the villagers by undertaking a fast to bring about rains to the end of drought under the which they suffer. Velan is very trustworthy. He knows the confession of Raju, how he confesses about his treachery or deceit. He remains unshaken. And this fact of trust motivates Raju to genuinely try to help the villagers by undertaking a fast. He remains as fast. Velan acts as Raju's support to the very last, helping him down to the river to hold vigil on the final day of the fast. Velan remains till his death and has an eye on him till his drowning in the river. Now we come to the conclusion. Narayan's characters are true children of Malgudi. Narayan presents a considerable section of Indian society striving to live its daily life in a definite historical situation that is not of a few intellectually or emotionally adventurous person he is talking. Narayan's characters are drawn from the section of society, how they struggle and live a very hazardous life, but of more sizable and static section of Indian society. He portrays a variety of characters covering the whole gamut of life, overall of which smiles the benignant spirit of Malgudi. Narayan portrays the picture of Indian society, Indian sensibility, and the very benign spirit of Malgudi. the spirit of passive comedy, the spirit of humor, and the fantastic world as well. Thanks, students. I know that you have understood the topic very well.